let's go. Look how low the Alpine looks when you're up here in the Range Rover, sitting so high. Super, super low. Here we are. We have arrived. Hey YouTube, how's it going? Felix here. Okay, so the Alpine A110 is back from the detailers where we've had the XPEL PPF Paint Protection Film installed. So I'm going to walk you around the car, show you what we've had installed and how much it cost. Okay, let's go. Okay, so we've had all the sort of common areas of damage on the A110 covered by PPF. It's not the full car, but it's the sort of common areas package, which is the sort of what most people would end up doing on a car like this, which isn't super, super valuable. So what we've had done is the front bumper. So all this front bumper here has been PPF'd. The full front bonnet, so this has all been done, as well as the wings. So the wings here have been done as well. So both sides up to here. We haven't had the doors done, but what we have had done are the rocker panels, which is this piece down here at the bottom, as well as this second section here just in front of the rear wheel, which commonly gets a load of stone chips flicked up from the front wheel. And we've had this piece redone as well. Alpine do supply the car with a piece of clear plastic on here from the factory, but this one has just been redone in XPEL and it's a bit bigger than the one which came from the factory. Okay, so how much did all these 4 bits cost? So I've actually got the invoice here for you to have a look at. This was done by a company called All That Gleams. They're in Chilworth, which is in Surrey. Really, really nice guys if you're ever in the Surrey area and want some detailing or paint protection done. Not sponsored by them, but they're just nice guys. I think they deserve your business. So the full bonnet front piece, the full bonnet wings and the mirrors. Actually, I forgot to mention the mirrors are also done. So the full bonnet, wings and mirrors was a total of £495, including VAT. To get the front bumper done was £395. And just to note, this front bumper on the XPEL, so XPEL, the company who provide this PPF, they also provide like a sort of fitting guide for the people who are installing it, and they give the front bumper a 5 out of 5 difficulty rating. And the guy who installed this did say it was very, very, very difficult piece to install, this front bumper. I think probably because it's got so much sort of curvature here around the lights and the way he has to cut it out around the Alpine letters. He said it was really tricky, but he managed it and it looks great. And then also we had, let's just have a look here, the rocker panels. So the rocker panels were £222, and the rear wheel custom section, that was £160. So in total, that is a grand total of £1,526.40, which is not bad at all, I'd say, for having nice peace of mind to have your Alpine fully protected against stone chips and the like. So yeah, if you're in the area, definitely check out All That Gleams. Super nice guys. Okay, let me give you a couple of more updates on the Alpine. Okay, the next thing I want to show you is this big crack that has appeared in the Alpine A110's windscreen. I'm not sure if you can see it very well, it's quite difficult to show on camera, but there's a really big crack which has appeared on the windscreen, and it follows its way all the way up here. It's probably, I don't know, over a foot long, maybe 18 inches long. It's a really, really big crack, and it originates here in the sort of left-hand bottom corner of the windscreen. On the driver's side if you have a right-hand drive Alpine. And this crack here, this occurred when we weren't driving the car, just when it was parked here under its cover. The car wasn't being used and the windscreen cracked. And this actually turns out to be a really common issue with Alpine A110s. If you look on the forums, you'll see loads and loads of people's windscreens have cracked, especially on the earlier cars, the ones which are sort of a bit older, so sort of near our age, like 2018, 2019 model year. Those are ones. most of them have this big crack that forms the windscreen in this area. So it starts here and it sort of works its way up towards the centre. You can see it goes all the way up to there. So yeah, if that happens to you, don't worry. Ooh, windy day today. Don't worry, it's not your fault. There's a design flaw with the windscreens here. Apparently the windscreens are really brittle, and if you call up your Alpine dealer, they will give you a new windscreen for free, and they'll install it for free and replace it, which is very nice of them. The only problem is that since this happens to quite a few Alpine owners, it's actually really hard to get hold of one of these windscreens because there's not much stock of them, so you end up having to wait for quite a long time. So we've had this crack in our windscreen for over a month now, and the dealer can't find us a new windscreen yet, but soon they will, and we'll have a new windscreen replaced for free. So yeah, don't worry if your windscreen cracks on an older Alpine. It's not you, it's the car. Okay, and final update. Just jumped in the car here to show you this new mobile phone mount we got for the Alpine A110. This, to me, I know this is a pretty basic thing. It's just a mobile phone mount, right? But this has been a real game changer for us in the Alpine. You may have seen from my annoying things about the Alpine A110 video that the infotainment screen in this car is pretty crappy. It's very basic. It doesn't have Android Auto or Apple CarPlay. It's just sort of rubbish. We tried quite a few different methods of mounting a mobile phone in here, including sort of attaching it here into these vents and getting something which stuck onto the dash. But I recently got this phone mount, and I think it's really good design. So this is, I'll put the link in this one in the description. It's just a cheap one on Amazon made by Blue Car, not sponsored or anything by them. It's just a cheap one. And what I've done is I've suction mounted it to this little quarter light window here. So this little secondary window, which you don't really use too much. I've mounted this phone holder onto there, and that really provides a perfect placement for your mobile phone, if you ask me. So you're sitting here driving, you've got your navigation just here within reach. It's easily within arm's reach. It doesn't block the vent below, and you've got sort of nice, and everything just sort of works beautifully. And your cables as well, which come up here from the USB ports in the middle. A nice sort of 1 meter cable will come along here nicely and just plug in beautifully, and it fits perfectly. And that to me is such a big upgrade on the car. It really, these mobile phones are just so good, and you can use them for your navigation and for your Spotify and whatever, or you can use it to respond to people's YouTube comments like I do all the time. So yeah, definitely worth the investment in one of these things if you've got an Alpine A110. It makes such a big difference to the car. And this one, I think, is just a particularly nice one, and so it just fits very well on that little quarter light window there. And the reason I haven't put it on the main windscreen is because I don't think I would, even if there wasn't this massive crack in the windscreen which was going to get replaced. I think this is a better placement for it, to be honest. It's just a bit nicer there rather than in your eye line when you're driving on the windscreen. So yeah, definitely worth the investment. Okay, let me know what you think of our PPF installation. What do you think about getting PPF on a car of the value of the Alpine? Do you think it's worthwhile putting PPF worth, say, £1,500 on a £50,000 car? It's a sort of bit touch and go whether it's worth it on this car, but I think it's worth it if you intend to keep the car for a long time, which we do. So yeah, let me know what you think about that, and let me know what you think about our sort of mobile phone upgrade. I think that's a really big one personally, and it makes a big difference to the everyday usability of the car. So yeah, hope you enjoyed the video. Catch you soon. Cheers.